Hello, guys. It's me, Jovonovo. I'm really happy today. Like, a lot of people, for some reason, are angry. I think it's unjustified. And you saw the thumbnail, you saw the title. I'm going to explain why that is my position. So, the first thing I want to point out, and the first thing I want to clarify, is I am not a Trump supporter. like, yeah, he's really disillusioned like so many people with the Epstein files and all that stuff. Like he's a mess. Um Now with that out of the way, I want to say that what he did today will go down in history, and it's a very good thing because Nicolas Maduro is a dictator. Yep, he's a dictator. He's not a president, he's a dictator. He lost the election and he maintained power. That is the definition of a dictator. I have, well, I'm not going to do spoilers. I'm just going to say that for now. Um, One thing that I thought was kind of ironic is that so many people on the left, and I'm not trying to single you guys out if you're on the left, but a lot of you guys were like, Trump's not going to do that. He'll chicken out. You know, the Trump always chickens out the taco. He did not chicken out, and he proceeded to do it. And it's a great thing. And there were quite a few people on the left who actually said, like, if he actually does this, well, I'll give him credit. So, I mean, I don't know if those people who said that gave him credit, but if they haven't, well, that's just stupid. Like, you cannot like a guy like me, I don't like him. You cannot like a guy, but still say, job well done. You did a good thing. Okay, that's point one. Point two. I'm going to talk about an argument I had today with my little anarchist person from my class. It was such a wonderful argument. So to start off like this. Um, she said that it was absolutely disgusting to think that the U.S. um getting Maduro captured. She thinks that's absolutely disgusting. It's an absolutely disgusting thing to say that that's a positive. It's disgusting. Ah, because I thought it was a positive. I thought it. Well, I not thought. I think it is. I know it is a positive. It's a positive. And I responded after she said. Well, she only said one word. She said disgusting. And I responded, "Oh yeah, it's disgusting to want to get rid of a dictator in a country, you know? The Venezuelan people have suffered a lot, and her little privileged position, she can't put herself in the shoes of the Venezuelans. She can't do that because then that would break her narrative of communism good, even though she's an anarchist, she's not even a communist, but communism, socialism, that's great. And so she can't call him a dictator because that has negative connotations. And in all of the conversation, she had not called him dictator once. She called him president of Venezuela, but she did not say dictator because that word has negative connotations. And so, yeah, basically the argument went like this. I said, it's good that they toppled Maduro. It's great. It's fantastic. And she responded back with, "Ugh, stop glorifying Trump. Uh, Stop. I, even though it's your country, you shouldn't just go behind it blindly just because it's your country." Which I did not. I did not go behind this Boy, because it's my country. My best friend in Spain is Venezuelan, and we talk a lot about Maduro. And anywho, um, one really funny part, which it was like, there you go, there you go. Um, we were talking, and she was saying, well, the whole civilian death, it hadn't been reported at that point. And right now, maybe it changes tomorrow, but as of right now, all that's been reported is that according to the vice president of Venezuela, she's saying that yes, there were deaths, and that's possible. It is quite possible. Um, but at the same time, I would take that with a grain of salt because it's coming from a person that has a lot to gain politically to say, "Ooh, evil U.S., you killed people," and so yeah, I take that with a grain of salt. It's possible. It's not confirmed. Um, it's hearsay at this point. They don't have any like victim names, victim photos. It's just, oh yeah, some people died. Can't provide any photos. But at this point, even that hadn't came out. Even that hadn't came out. And she looked at me. She had a straight face and she said, "Yeah, there were victims. Poor victims. It's terrible." And I was like, "What evidence do you have?" And she was like, "Look it up yourself. It's so easy." And it was like, I did look it up, and that's why I say there's no casualties. Because that was one of the first things I looked up when this happened. Like, are there casualties? Because I knew if there was, that would be a huge point for people that hate him. Like, yeah, that'd be a huge point for them. I don't hate Trump. I dislike him, but I don't hate him. And if there were civilian casualties, I would be disappointed in Trump somewhat. But yeah, there were no civilian casualties as far as I can see, except for what the vice president says. And anywho, after that whole point, she ended up moving the direction into there's a lot of Venezuelans that don't like what happened. They're they're really angry. And I sent her a video of the parades in the streets of the Venezuelans like celebrating that Maduro's gone, yahoo! And I said, "What do you think about this? What do you think about this? Like you're talking about Venezuelans not being happy, but look at all these happy young folks that are happy that he's gone. Almost seems like they wanted him gone, and it's not just Trump, you know? It's not just the U.S. imperialism." And her response was really disappointing. It was, "Oh, that isn't the Venezuelan people. Those are just a few fascists." And it was like, no, they're normal people that don't like a dictator, you stupid anarchist. Like, ah, I don't know how I need to explain this. And I kept on telling her, "Do you hear yourself?" I even sent her a super long message, which was like, "Look, you using the word fascist to describe people that don't like a communist socialist dictator, just like it makes it not mean anything. Because if you use the word fascist for an actual fascist, okay, yes, that's good. You're naming something that it is. But if you're using it for people that don't like a socialist dictator, I mean, come on, are we serious here? Are we serious?" And when I pressed her on that, she was like, "Huh, I was just talking about Trump. Why are you talking about the people?" And I was like, "No, you were talking about the people." And I showed her the message where she literally said, "The fascist people protesting." And and she was like, "Get off your high horse." And I decided it's best to just end the conversation there. It's best to just end the conversation there. It's not going to go anywhere. Um, yeah, it's not going to go anywhere. And now my point three. I probably would have more points, but right now it's like really late and I'm tired. I still have a lot of energy, but I'm tired. Um, so point three. Maybe I'll do a point four if I think of one while I'm saying point three. Um, point three is that a lot of, if not, yeah, like I'd say probably around in the 80 percentile of Venezuelans wanted Maduro gone, right? So I have two two Venezuelan friends, right? It's not a ton. It's not a wide survey of people, but I have two Venezuelan friends, right? Both of them were so happy that Maduro was gone. One of them was even the one who told me about it. He was like, "Jonas, did you see what your president did? He saved Venezuela." I was like, "What? What?" And yeah, he was the one who informed me about it. And aside from him, we got a person from my class and his sister who also thought it was a positive. They also were really happy about it. So that's four people confirmed. Of course, they're like 17, so they're not like an adult or anything like that. But still, it's like they're people. And also, they probably got the information from Maduro from like Maduro being bad from experience, from their parents. So their parents also probably don't like Maduro. And from, oh, well, actually, one of my friend's mom dislikes Maduro. And his brother. His brother. So we already got, what, six people here. We're stacking up. We're stacking up the people that don't like Maduro. And yet, oh, boo hoo hoo. A dictator got captured. Give me a break. Yeah, so that's point number three. A ton of people. A ton. Like, they're trying to downplay it. They're trying to make it seem like, oh, maybe it's 50-50. 6-7. Maybe it's 50-50. It's not 50-50. It's not. It's like 80-20. Like you, sure you got a funny thing that an actual fun fact. The reason the Venezuelans weren't able to attack back is because most of their army is like 80-year-old men that like Chavez, and they're like, attack the U.S. They're useless, like combat wise. I'm not saying old people are useless. Don't take it like that. Old people are great. I love old people, but combat wise, an 80-year-old isn't going to be able to do much. Let's just say. And all the young people, where were they? Oh yeah, they were partying in the streets because they're happy that Maduro's gone. Because guess what? You know, when you get rid of a dictator, it's happy. Like the people are happy. There's sometimes when the dictators are liked by the people and they're not so happy when the dictators are gone. But this time, they were ecstatic. That just goes to show how bad the dictator treated the people. Because if you treat them good, they'd probably be like a few more, or a lot more are going to be like, no, don't steal our dictator. He's treating us amazing. He's giving us a lot of stuff. But instead, they're like, let's go. Woo! So, you see, like, it's it's a big difference. Um, I'm going to address some other stuff that I've been hearing. So, like, um, I've seen like two parties of. So, I'm going to tell you about like the distribution of like the political um, reactions, all right, from what I've seen so far. So, in Spain, the Galician nationalists, they were really angry. They were like, "You're stealing our dictator, our socialist dictator, but we're nationalist socialists. You're stealing socialists. No, no kidnapping socialists." And so they actually did a protest in Vigo today. Like, I'm just imagining the president of the BNG waking up with her phone and being like, "Oh, not my Maduro. Organize a protest." And they organized a protest, and they got ratioed apparently on Facebook, according to my father. So yeah, that did not go well for them. So I'd put that, and they support Maduro. They're really far left, like nationalist socialist. It's funny too because you know who else was nationalist socialist? But that's a topic for a different day. Um, so yeah, happy. Then we got Sumar, which is a very far left party as well. They're socialist, even communist leaning, and they were not happy. They were like, "U.S. imperialism. I hate imperialism." Uh, and so they were not happy. They were not happy. Then we got Podemos, which is like a subgroup of Sumar. They were also not happy. Use the same talking points, but you get the idea. And I'm going to address those talking points soon. Then we got PSOE, which I was actually pretty happy about PSOE. I don't like PSOE, like ever, but PSOE's remarks was pretty good. Pretty good. They said they didn't even whine about Trump. They didn't even name Trump. They were like, "We're happy." Well, they were like, Venezuela committed voter fraud. They committed voter fraud, right? And Maduro was not elected. He wasn't. The other candidate was elected. And we recognize that. And we're just calling for peace, and maybe we can be the middleman, right? That's great. That's great. That's a good response coming from, they say they're center left, they're left wing. Like, according to a left wing person, they're not left wing, but they are. And then we got the center right to right party, the Partido Popular, the Popular Party, the PP. I love PPs. No, no, I don't love PPs. Don't clip that. Anyway, the Partido Popular, yeah, they're the center right to right wing, even though a lot of people say they're like left wing, and I can kind of see that. Like I remember for Pride Month seeing them like go out and do a whole Pride festival celebrating Pride as the right wing party. Oh, the fascists are celebrating Pride Month. It's like, bro, there's people that call them fascists, by the way, even though they celebrate Pride Month, celebrate all the feminist stuff. It's like, how far left do you have to be not be fascist? And it's getting popularized by like my anarchist compadre. Yeah. But this video isn't about that. So, yeah, they went out and were like kind of the same as the PSOE. You know, a lot of people call them the Pepe Soy because they're basically the same. And so, yeah, basically the same thing, they said. Um, then we got Vox, which is the far right party, and they were they were happy. They were like, "Good, he's a dictator." Like they were the logical perspective, along with the Bissau and the Pepe. They were all the logical perspective. The far left people, the so I'd say left wing to far right people, they are logical, right? And yeah, a lot of Venezuelans are happy about this. So now it's time for the bonus round, the me addressing the main claims. So claim number one: the U.S. is manipulating the world, like they're getting involved in countries where they shouldn't. Okay. Well, addressing that one, um, so you propose we just keep the dictator in power? Because I was thinking about this in the car, okay? Let's imagine, right? There's a bully. There's a really strong, well, not really strong, but there's a strong bully. And then there's like a weaker student that's getting bullied by this bully. Don't you think someone should put that bully in place? And maybe you can say, no, he should tell a trusted adult. So let's play this out, right? Here's the weak student, here's the bully. Hey, UN teacher, can you stop this bully from bullying me? Oh yeah, sure thing. Sanctions. Bounces off. Um, it also hurts this guy. Ow! Sanctions. Ow! Like, condemnation. Nothing. Um, oh, Maduro. Oh, you pesky little rat. You shouldn't. You shouldn't. You should commit voter fraud. You should let the election decide itself. You see where I'm getting with this? Now, let's say the the friend of this weak, scrawny. I'm not calling the Venezuelan population weak and scrawny. I'm just saying compared to the big bully they are, compared to the entire military force of Venezuela, yeah, they're pretty weak. They don't have firearms and stuff like that. See, that's why the U.S. better. Um, so yeah, poor old Venezuela. Here comes the U.S. Stop doing that. See, like that actually hurts him. Like the UN, nothing. The U.S. destroyed, crushed into the ground. Oh yeah. And now, yay! Now we aren't getting bullied. Okay, so that's claim one. That's the main claim that I'm hearing, and it's pretty simple. They don't need to play like the hero, but who's gonna play the hero if not them? The UN does jack. And if you're gonna give him a UN seat when he's a dictator, it's like, what are you doing? What are you doing? And I also see like the whole, oh well, Trump's violating the law by getting him. Well, you know who also violated the law? Maduro by becoming a dictator. How is this so hard to understand? And it's just so dumb. Like, yeah. Another thing I'm seeing, the oil. And that I'm not even going to defend. Like, the U.S. is going to take a lot of Venezuelans' oil. Like, Venezuela is one of the most rich countries in oil. And untapped oil, may I add. So they're just going to dig a lot. It's pretty scummy of the U.S. to do that. And that's probably one of the main motivations for them to do it. I'm not going to try to defend that. But at the same time, if the US does invest a lot of like money to repair Venezuela while they take their oil, like so imagine they help infrastructure, they help a bunch of other stuff. I say go for it. Like you need to give them favorable stuff, but if we're going to give them all that favorable stuff when we also should get oil in return. I don't think I know it is probably going to be an abuse, but if it's not an abuse, good work, USA. You've done literally nothing wrong at this point. Like I've addressed those two claims. Let's see if there's any more claims, shall we? Trump isn't a good person. Yes, Trump is not a good person. Um, Bad people can do good things. Like Hitler liked animals. He made laws that protected animals. He was a bad person, but he did a good thing. Bad people can do good things. You can dislike Trump without disliking this. I think a lot of people like that don't like Trump are hot-wired to be like, "Oh, Trump did something bad." Like it's even a joke at this point. Like people make jokes being like, "Oh, Trump says don't drink water," and then people that don't like him don't drink water. That's a hyperbole, but it's how insane it's getting. Like if that is your main objection, then you need to reevaluate like if you're actually autonomous. Because if you just hate it because bad person. Well, see, now you're not getting anything done. Now you're just not an autonomous person. You don't think for yourself. Okay. And last but not least, because I can't think of anything else right now, leave it in the comments if you have an objection or anything like that. And thank you for watching this long, by the way. It's like 27 minutes. Wow. You guys must be watching this at times two speed or something because I would not watch a person yap that much. The final objection. I saw this. This is the final one. A person said, "When is Trump going to get tried for his rape convictions?" Like trying to basically say that killing people, being a dictator is equivalent to rape, which they're both terrible. They're both terrible, don't get me wrong. But are you serious right now, bro? Okay, so let's address that, shall we? I don't like Trump again. I don't like Trump. There is no excuse for his rape. There's no excuse for it. There's really no excuse for it. And that's it. He was tried. He did not face criminal conviction because the U.S. is stupid and gives the president immunity. Well, the U.S. isn't stupid. The U.S. is the best country in the world. But the U.S. has a stupid law that gives the president immunity for all my European viewers and not U.S. viewers out there. That's what the U.S. does. Because we're built different. And yeah, Trump raping people. Also, Maduro killing people, having such a corrupt government, having like literally his police. There was a story that there actually it's people from my church in the big city. Um, they fled Venezuela because the police came to them and said, "You owe us money." They did not owe them money, but you owe us money. They couldn't pay the money because it's in Venezuela and people aren't rich in Venezuela usually. And so they beat them up. They literally pummeled them in front of his family. Like what? You don't have that in the US usually or ever. And if you do, then guess what? Usually, if not always, those cops get tried and get in trouble. In Venezuela, that's not the case. And these are the cops that Maduro is allowing to run free. And sure, I'm going to have Emily, 14, dyed hair, be like, Well, I think I'm better than the Venezuelans, and my opinion is worth more, even though I've never had to suffer that. Because that's all I'm seeing. Like, all the Venezuelans, happy, Maduro's gone. All the Europeans and people that are like from the US, or yeah, even from the US, from the freaking US, be patriotic for once. Be patriotic for once. We got rid of a dictator, for Pete's sake. People from those places think they know better than the Venezuelans. And it's insulting. It's racist. Yeah, it's racist to think you know better than a Latin American just because. Just because. Like, how it's not even just racist. It's stupid. It's stupid racism. It's like it's not even, I don't know what smart racism would be, but it's stupid racism. Like, what? What? But anyway, I never wore this mask for Halloween, so I might as well whip it out now. I did good this time. I hope I release all the Epstein files and stop being so shady. Little Jones. Yeah. Oh, woo. It's me, Jonas. Um, yeah. He did good this time. Congratulate him right now. Good. Anyway, thanks for watching. See you guys in the next video. And I'm going to try avoid political topics. I'm going to post this on my main channel because I want as many people to see this as possible instead of my Jonas channel, which I usually post political stuff on. But yeah, thanks for watching, and please think for yourself. And thank you for watching. Bye bye.